Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today we actually ended up seeing a new surprise update drop within Black Ops 6 and Warzone. This is just an update, requires restart, little like hotfix style update. So you go through, you reboot your game, and you get that prompt, you'll be all good to go. There's no download required for this one or anything like that. Presumably the next actual download required update, the next title update, is probably going to be season 4, pending anything like major needing to be updated here in the next few days, and that's set to happen towards the end of the month, of course. But as for today's update, we do actually now have some surprise patch notes to go through and break down. Really, this was an update focused around fixing some pretty significant bugs and various other issues going on in game right now. So that said, we are starting here first on the May 13th update. We have a couple of different global updates. We also have some multiplayer specific ones, some zombie specific ones, then obviously our Warzone patch note page as well. So with this initially now, the global updates, High Art. This event now ends on May 22nd. So they're actually extending this one out by a week. Not sure why exactly they're going through and doing that, but hey, nonetheless, if you have not gone through and completed your High Art event, you now have an extra week to go through and do that. Also, a new update for UI and UX. This applies to all modes as well. Addressed an issue that prevented players from selecting the How Prestige Works button in the Prestige menu when queuing for a match. Oddly specific. You're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna queue up for some battle royale. Also, how does prestige work, right? Really niche issue, but hey, they've fixed it. We then get into the multiplayer specific updates here. So with perks, this is a very important one that's been causing a lot of issues here since the start of season 3 Reloaded, it seems like, where they broke perk greed. They addressed an issue that could prevent players from changing the perk selected for the perk greed wildcard. It basically made it useless to run that because it wasn't going to give you the correct perk selection you were aiming for there. So definitely good news there. We then have several different UI and UX updates for multiplayer. So here they address an issue where the stats displayed when loading into hardcore could be incorrect. Address an issue where the wrong icon could be displayed if the enemy was using flak jacket. And then in Codcaster, as we talked about on the Trello board, there was a bunch of stuff listed here. Addressed various issues where the obituary would not properly display the player's name in CDL modes. Addressed an issue where control point information would be missing. An issue where bomb icons and S&D weren't there. Then also an issue in the hill timer where that could be missing on hardpoint. We then have some zombie specific updates as well. Some big ones here too for PhD Flopper. On PhD Slider Augment, address an issue where loading a save game would actually prevent the PhD Slider Augment from functioning properly. You know, it'd be nice if they actually worked. Now they should. Then also on the Tribologist Augment, address an issue where loading a saved game would prevent that from working as well. They also closed an exploit where players could have a multiplayer perk active. They also note that the team is still investigating the cause of an issue with the reactive armor augment for Juggernog and will deploy a fix as soon as possible. Saw a lot of comments about that when we covered that initially on the Trellos, going, they gotta get out a fix for that ASAP, please. So they are aware of the urgency behind that. They just didn't have a fix ready for this particular update here. Also in ammo mods on Cryo Freeze, Ice Cloud Augment addressed an issue where Ice Cloud could activate when not using the Cryo Freeze ammo mod. Field upgrades Frost Blast, double base duration from 5 seconds to 10 seconds, reduced kills to charge from 90 to 75. Then on Ether Shroud, extra charge augment, addressed an issue where loading a save game would prevent the extra charge from functioning properly. Then on ammo mods with Free Fire, added a short delay between firing underbarrel attachments. This closes a nasty exploit that allowed players to melt bosses way faster than intended. We won't shame anyone who took advantage of this while it was possible, but you know what you did. They're getting a little bit personal in the patch notes here, but yeah, I actually saw that a post on Twitter the other day. It's like, hey, you can melt bosses right now if you use an underbarrel. They were on that one quick, nerfing the fun there. But now that said, let's jump over to the Warzone patch notes. So here we've also got our Tuesday, May 13th update. And quick reminders, we're going through all the notes, all the updates here. If you are new to the channel, or maybe you have not subscribed yet, we should change that, because each and every single day, this is the place to be to stay up to date with absolutely everything going on in COD. Whether there are random patch notes that drop like this, the latest meta updates, everything going on in COD is covered here. So feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. And if you enjoyed this video, you find the info helpful, a like rating is always seriously appreciated as well. Once more in our global updates here, the High Art event has been extended by a week. In movement, we've resolved an issue that caused incorrect ADS speeds while prone and crouching. Not the full movement update I was hoping for. Things still feel oddly clunky. Ever since Season 3 Reloaded, with some of these slide canceling, the jumping animations, something just feels off, and that seems to be the general like sentiment with players right now. I've seen a lot of comments from you guys on videos. It doesn't seem like it was before the update for whatever reason. Can't really pinpoint it, but something's weird. But the ADS speeds when prone and crouched are updated now, so we have a slight movement update there. In ranked play, as previously mentioned, restock is replacing the fire sale in Circle 3. They are going to go through and rebalance restock. I imagine they're probably going to update some prices, so in ranked you're not just cheesing out things during the fire sale event when that does end up returning. We do also have some new bug fixes as well. Here they fixed an issue that would sometimes cause revive time to be longer than intended on down teammates. One of the most obnoxious bugs to date, where it takes like 2 or 3 times as long to revive your teammate. Obviously, if you're in a sticky situation late game, it's clutch, you're out in the open, a teammate gets knocked, you throw the smoke, you're pushing for the res, and then it takes 40 seconds to revive a guy. Obviously not going to end well for you. An incredibly annoying bug. They don't mention the issue where you just straight up can't revive your teammates, which has been in the game since the first day, but nonetheless, that is a big issue that's been going on since Season 3 Reloaded, so glad to see that that's now finally been updated. They fixed an issue allowing players to use emotes in ranked play. These are restricted in ranked play to prevent players from gaining an unfair advantage, like the hiding in the box emotes. They don't want players doing that in ranked, where players might use that in a way that's not just for fun, it's actually gaining a competitive advantage and introducing like a pay to win element there, I guess. They also fixed an issue that prevented players from selecting the How Prestige Works button here as well. They also fixed an issue causing operator voiceovers to play without a cooldown, where every single time you reloaded, your operator would say something, snarky, just making fun of whatever, or you could ping a buy station and it'd just say, buy station ready, a gazillion times. There was no cooldown. You could just spam VO lines and it'd be pretty obnoxious for your teammates or for you if you were doing a lot of reloading there. So, like I said, addressing some pretty important bugs. Not every single major issue was fully addressed here. We do also have a new surprise update live in-game that details a little bit more as well. I'm not gonna lie, I did forget that there was an update requires restart that I had not done yet. So in game now, the event tab has been fully updated to extend out the high art events, of course, for another week. We do still have the Blaze of Glory event ending in the next 2 days, though. This will come to a close on the 15th. If you care about those rewards, redeeming your weed bucks there, basically. Obviously, the Got Your 6 event starts on Thursday as well. We've already covered that, but now, new surprise here, we do have a new double XP event starting this Thursday as well on the 15th. So we're gonna end up seeing that happen. It's gonna be the second straight weekend in a row that we've had a double XP event, which, hey, that's pretty solid there if you're trying to rank up your weapons, level up your base operator a little bit quicker there and get your rank up some. So surprising that we have those in back-to-back weekends, but nonetheless, we've got that to look out for as well. So that being said, that is effectively going to wrap things up for this one. That is everything that ended up changing in today's new updates for Warzone in Black Ops 6. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like on it, and if you're new to the channel, you want to make sure you're always in the know for everything going on in COD, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.